I grew up in Pelsall, which is in the Lichfield diocese, and used to attend regularly a evangelical church up until about 6 or 7 years old, at which point I started going to Cubs and Scouts in a different church, which meant that I started attending a Sunday service at a kind of middle of the road Anglican parish, and from that I then got asked if I could play the organ, because like most churches they're short of organists, at which point I willingly said yes. Because the idea of more experience, a new instrument to play on, was all very appetising. So I went along and I became the organist, and was there for several happy years as the organist, and really growing in my own faith as well. I started to really question during the teenage years previous things that had happened in my life, and through that I fell away from the church as I really started to grapple with my own understanding of God and what God was and meant and how it worked. During the time that I'd fallen away from the church and was questioning, my music still carried on, but it changed tact, and I found myself instead playing electronic organs and theatre organs around the country, and even becoming a bass guitarist and keyboard player in a soul funk band. But throughout all that time there was still an ongoing questioning, and definitely a sense that I still wanted to live a Christian life even though I'd fallen away from going and regularly worshipping. I came from not going to church and falling away from that whole idea to now being at a point where I'm awaiting ordination in a few days' time, by simply finding that experience of knowing that God had been present in my life, and actually being called through sheer excitement of finding that out to want other people to know that. So I started attending church again in this newfound state of joy and frenzy. The routine and daily nourishment that can be found in the daily Mass, for me, is important as that constant grounding and constant resonance of why I'm here and why I'm serving, but also that sending out at the end of Mass is a constant reminder of what I'm called to do. I think people of my generation find a lot of time for routine and for more secular ideas of spirituality, that actually they find a close match to the routine of a lifestyle like I've experienced at St Stephen's and like I will experience here. And I find that actually younger people enjoy that structure in such a world that's become more so fluid. Since moving here in the last few days, I've managed to find time to explore the parish a bit and look forward to finding out some more about that with the history connections. That gentle calling of saying, now you've found this, I want other people to know about this, just kept on growing, and I tried to turn away from it. And here I am. It just kept on growing, and now I want everybody to experience the same joy that I found through my own challenge, and to walk alongside other people as they find challenge.